I'm the chairman of the Peterborough Planning Board, and I am here to talk about the proposed zoning changes that will be voted on at the May town meeting. What we have done on the planning board for the last 15 years is to try to figure out how can we write zoning that will get for Peterborough the kind of places that people really love. So in order to figure that out, we had to go back to the beginning and start over. In 1970, Peterborough adopted its first zoning. And like most zoning in 1970, it was pretty discrete boxes that things fit in. We had the rural district, we had the commercial district, we had residential districts, and we had the downtown district. So the problem with those things is that if you put things in boxes like this, you can't get places like downtown Peterborough, which is the thing that we all love best about Peterborough, or one of the things we all love best about Peterborough. So over the intervening years, since 1970, when we started with our little discrete boxes, the planning board has been working to create code that would allow us to have more of the parts of town we love best. So we started by putting things on top of our zoning. So we put West Peterborough on top of our zoning. We put the T&Ds on top of our zoning, T&D 1, and then last year, T&D 2. We added downtown, we added village, commercial, and at the same time, we were adding things that were intended to protect our groundwater and our natural resources. We had floodplain, and we had groundwater protection overlay zone, and we had shoreland, and we had things about where could you have a home business. And eventually, when we looked at the zoning this year, we realized that we had too many things piled on top of our original 1970 zoning, and it was time to start over. So that's what the planning board has done, is they have started over. We erased all of this from the map and said, if we were going to start from the very beginning, what would we want? How would we write it so that we got what we wanted? The planning board held a bunch of public meetings, talked to people about what did they love about Peterborough. We used the information that we had collected in the vision sessions to determine what is it that people really like best. And using that information, we began to re-envision all of Peterborough's zoning. The good news was that some of those boxes that we had layered on top of the other boxes had really good code in them. And we could use that code to write a brand new base code for Peterborough. And we have the advantage of having test-driven that code for a number of years. For example, we created five new districts, T2, T3, T4 residential, T4 village, and T5 town center. We had code that we had used in West Peterborough that was a perfect fit for what we wanted to do in T4 village. So we just ported that code over. We've been using that code for 8 or 9 years. We know how it builds out. We know what it looks like. We're comfortable using that. So T5 Village is based on West Peterborough's code. It's a mixed use code. It allows both residences and business. And as I said, we know how to use it and how to work it. T5 Town Center. That's essentially a combination of our existing downtown code and the village commercial code. Again, it's a mixed use district, downtown and village commercial. It allows for small lots. Then we have backing out T4 residential, We based T4 residential on the code that we created for the Traditional Neighborhood Design Overlay District 1. That's a strictly residential code. This goes to all of our neighborhoods. We'll look at the map in a little bit and we'll look at where T4 residential is so that you understand that it's really just the neighborhoods. T4 residential is based on T in D1. T3 is a new idea roughly based on residential, and it will make a lot of lots which are not now conforming lots will become conforming lots. This is half acre and it's a strictly residential zone. T2 is the old rural district. The rules are the same. So what we've done is we've taken rules that we've used before, applied them generally across the town.